Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the journey. I'm your resident host, the Ding Dong, Matthew, and welcome to video number 4, warm-ups and cooldowns. So, today's video hopefully will be short because I'm just going to get right to it, and as you can see by the document, it's only 2 pages with a few things here and there that I will go into detail with. Now, while you're probably thinking, warm-ups? Why do I need to do it? Let's just get into it. Whether you are going into any recording or speeching of any sorts in this industry, or any public speaking or speeches in general, it's good to warm up and flex your muscles so you know you're properly pronouncing everything, you're enunciating everything, you're not going to fumble, mumble, stumble, or the fumps as I call it, and that makes me laugh, so I'm going to try not to laugh. And it's always good to warm up those muscles so you know you're prepared for what you're going to do. I was gonna say something, demonstrate or present. There you go. That's the word. So, with that, we're gonna just jump right in, and I'm gonna first address this part right up here, where it says you need to be. As you see, I wrote in quotations. You don't need to. In my classes, I was told to do something like this. This in particular came from my class. Hopefully, I don't get copyrighted. Maybe I will. Maybe I shouldn't do this. Oops. Either way, they said film yourself. If you don't want to film yourself, that's okay, but at least be, as you can see as I wrote here, look in a mirror, and that will help. And what you're going to do for this first set is, as you can see I underlined, you're going to say these words phonetically out loud, and you have to really express, using your face and your voice, each letter. So in this case, A-E-I-O-U, and you don't say the word and, So next, you just keep doing that. If you want to go slower, go slower. If you want to go faster, go faster. Do it until you can say it 5 times really clearly. So A-E-I-O-U-ah. See? Good enough. See? I keep saying C, my bad. So when you're done that, move on to now the next part. Add a KL at the start of each vowel. How it goes, if you're smart enough, you're not a slow learner like me, you go, clay, clee, cly, clo, clue, cla. And the reason why you want to look yourself in the mirror, this is when you want to pay attention when yourself is looking yourself in the mirror or filming yourself, is you want to see what you're doing with your face. Am I clenching? Am I clenching? Or am I tensing up? Or am I very loose? Am I drooping? Do my cheeks have weight to it? Something along the lines of that. And you want to kind of remember that so you can help visualize yourself if you're trying to get into the mind of a character. So say your character is giving like a very emphatic speech and he's like this. He's very tense. I'm going to get you. Something along that lines. So obviously that's why you want to film yourself to see, the results of your pronunciation of the words or what you're trying to read. So next, follow that up with FL being flay, flee, fly, flow, flew, fla. The next VN, you're probably thinking, huh? VN? But it goes like this. Vinay, vini, vinai, vino, vinu, vina. Funny, right? And finally, the last one, this one made me laugh. Still does, as you can tell. A-B-A-D-A. So abaday, abadee, abadai, obadu. Abatus. I would say this is the one I struggled with the most for obvious reasons because I'm a child. But I would say work on 1 and 2 the most because this one's a little weird, but you pick up on it pretty quick. This one's kind of just fun. And as you can see, this will help with flexing your jaw muscles, pronunciation, and loosen you up. So let me take a quick water break. Hold on. Refreshing. All right. The next thing I heard, and I didn't like doing, but I did it, was blowing raspberries. I hope I didn't spin the camera. Hold on. There we go. So when you're doing that, I heard just you do this, you just softly circulate your thing. Why? I don't know. I did that and I was like, I feel like I'm in a circus, so I didn't do that anymore. The other thing is raise and lower your pitch. Go. As you can see, I'm slouching like a lazy ass versus I am a tight ass. So yeah. why am I cutting that short? Because I didn't do it. I don't care for it. And if you don't, I'm not going to force you. I'm just saying this is here to be suggested for you. On to the next part. One of my favorites, tongue twisters. So this is one that I heard is pretty helpful. And you have to say each word, like, prominently. So, she's been taken to the detention center. And why? Well, you're probably thinking, how is that a tongue twister? Well, when you say it fast, near the end, when you get to taken to the detention, you're saying a lot of ta-ta-ta and da-da-da. So try saying that faster. She's been taken to the detention center. You got to say it prominently. Every word, everything about that sentence, you got to say it with gusto. She's been taken to the She's been taken to the detention center. I was reading something literally an hour ago. It was something so simple as the word and ID. So it was an ID, and I think it was like .me or something like that. And I was like, what the my tongue was so jumbled up. Or the other word I kept messing up, social. I kept saying social. This is why you gotta warm up. I kept saying social. So I just felt like I was speaking Sims gibberish. One that is pretty prominent that everyone uses, or I heard a lot of, is unique New York. Unique New York. Unique New York. That helps with just anything that may catch you off guard. It's just, I can't properly explain it, but you understand. Try saying it faster. Try saying it slower. Unique New York. Unique, then start speeding up. Unique New York. Unique New York. Unique New York. Unique. See? And then this one I made up when I was driving home from work one day. I was driving home. I was like, wow, that's a cluster of clouds over there. And I was like, cluster of clouds. If I say that really fast, that will be a tongue twister. I kept doing that because I'm a child and went, cluster of clouds, cluster of clouds, cluster of clouds, cluster of clouds. I was like, that's a good tongue twister. Let's use it. And there you go. Now on to the next part of warm-up. This is like all physically. This is now mentally. And you're probably thinking, huh? Wow, I thought this was all, physically warming yourselves. Yes, if you're a mentally strong person, then you can skip this part. Then you're above the average. God bless you. If not, then stick around. But this is like a step-by-step that I learned in class. And it helps with probably almost anything. Hold on. There we go. Number one is awareness. Pay attention to the sound of your voice when you're doing nothing. What does that mean, or what do I mean by that you're trying to find finding your authentic neutral voice. We talked about that in my 2-part video. Is your authentic neutral is your natural speaking voice when you talk to your neighbor across the street, or you're talking to a friend, or your boss at work, or a coworker, or a customer at work. It's just your normal everyday speaking voice. You want to find that and learn to love it. Why? Because, that's your voice. You can't change it. We're not in Futurama where, larynx transplants are normal, or voice boxes or transplants are the norm. Get used to it. So pay attention to what you sound when you're doing nothing. In this case, me talking to you guys. I'm still, trying to be like, is that my voice? Or am I speaking slightly higher, lower? Obviously, I'd speak fast because I'm nervous. But hopefully I'm getting better. So obviously, I'll think about these things. What you're feeling, what you're experiencing, what you're thinking. What's the tone of your voice? What's the pitch, the attitude, the pacing, the age, the body type, the texture, inflection, volume, affectations, the presence. We'll talk about that stuff in another video. Those are just some words those are descriptions of how to deliver your voice. But like I said, we'll learn that. We'll do that in another video. Number 2, building confidence. Something that I have to do because I'm a little weenie. Well, not little. I'm a chunky monkey. I'm a big weenie. There's a difference. So this thing I did do, I'm not sharing it because it's personal. No. Write a list of all the things, big or small, that you like about yourself, and add as much as you want, add as much as you want whenever you want. Always come back and add more, but never take off because you never realized. Well, obviously don't take off because Well, you don't unlike something. No, wait, you do. Have we gone philosophical? Never mind. So, this is just something to boost your morale, boost your confidence, even if it's something so mundane. Oh, god damn it, I forgot to close Steam again. Go away. Anywho, ignore that, I'm sorry. Always come back to it and add more. This is just, even if it's something minute, remember this is that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So regardless if you're starting out with zero confidence, you're like, oh man, and then you just do one thing that you notice about yourself that you like, you can just start building the blocks and boom, 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 boom. Soon, you'll be a force to be reckoned with. Number 3. This goes in with number 2. Sorry. Dry throat. Number 3. Changing your mind. Now, this is the complete opposite. Ooh, look at this little typo. Changing your mind. Find at least one thing about yourself that you least like, but instead of casting it out, struggling with it, or trying to put up with it, change your relationship with it. Instead of thinking like, man, I hate chocolate because it looks like poo. I'm sorry. That's horrible, but still. But then, like, sniff it. Does it smell like poo? No. Me touch it. Does it taste like, does it feel like poo? Then obviously taste is last. That was horrible. Oh, that was so bad. I'm so sorry. But you understand what I'm saying is, don't be like, don't be overly judgmental and cast it out of yourself. It is a part of who you are. Just, learn to not love it, but learn to live with it, I guess, is the best way to put it. And honestly, when you learn to accept, when you learn to acknowledge it, then learn to live with it, then you learn to accept it, then you learn to grow with it or from it, and then be better. There you go. Again, sorry about the poo chocolate thing. I may have just ruined Halloween for everyone. I'm so sorry. And number 4 is bracing for the inevitable. What makes you uncomfortable and how you can use that as a weapon in this noble pursuit. As I stated in my very first video, I'm very uncomfortable. See, as you can tell, I'm doing weird, jittery stuff with my hands because I'm very nervous. So I'm sorry for the weird displays of my dinosaur hands and other stuff I'm doing. But one thing I heard a lot about going for just acting in general is embrace the uncomfortable, because it's going to make you a better person and it's going to make you a better actor. It's going to make you do a job really well. So I've been trying to do that. Ever so slightly, I've noticed, hiccups here and there, things I'm starting to understand better, or I'm getting a better grip of. It's like I said, it's baby steps. So I encourage you to find stuff that you're uncomfortable with and just ever so slightly dip your toe in. You don't have to jump in like cannonball. Just dip your finger in, dip your toe in, and then come back to it another day. Don't dip and be like, ugh. No, just dip and then go and then come back maybe tomorrow or 2 days or 3 days. Less than 5 days, though, because then after 5 days you forget about it. And last but not least, self-encouragement. Create a very short and simple exercise list of stuff you like doing. Me, I wrote a list of stuff. I like writing. I like playing the piano. I like listening to people talk, because even though I may come across very chatty, I prefer to keep quiet and just let people, talk, and I just like to listen. I like playing video games. I enjoy the company of my friends. I enjoy my family. Well, for obviously, I'm not a sociopath or a psychopath. Unlike the previous exercise, this list will be about your interests. If you want to go a little deeper, describe why. And you probably know why. It's like, well, this is me writing to me about me. It's just like, why do I need to know? It's like, sometimes you learn more about yourself when you question your own interests, and it does help a long way. Like, why do I like writing? For me, I have a very hard time of expressing and explaining things, but when I write, from mind to keyboard or from my mind to pen and paper, it's like liquid gold to me, even though it's half-assed garbage. I don't care. To me, it's liberating. I like it. It's fun. Music, I like the piano. It's my favorite instrument. It's beautiful. Why do I like listening? I don't know. It's just nice to always listen to what people have to say, whether it's good or bad. Helps them, helps me. So that's it. And cool down. Sorry. Ooh, I forgot. Ooh. That's it for warm-ups. Cool downs. There's a couple. The reason why I didn't write any of this down is because, like I said earlier, to each his own. In my class, we did meditation. We actually sat for 5 minutes. We just, closed our eyes, and if you want to do that. I didn't. It's not my thing. One thing I did like doing was I just went for a walk around my block in fresh air. Especially it was nice when it was in the spring, summer, and fall when it's not too cold that I can still go out with in pants, sweaters, shorts, everything except going full hog ham wild in the nude. No, thank you. It's not for me. And that's something that helped. Listening to music, not like hip hop rap, like soothing, like piano music for me. Well, that's all I can think of. If there's anything like relaxing. Other things I would do is I don't recommend it for myself was playing video games because when I actually found something I wanted to play, I'd play it for hours and I would neglect all this, and I was like, damn it. But that's all I can think of for cooldowns. Cooldowns is just obviously a way to like decompress from all doing all this. It's to get away from this and just remember you're human. It's okay. So with that, that's the end of the video. And hopefully you understood what I was getting at. Hopefully I did a little better. I'm trying with each video to do a little better from the last so that I'm not missing, overstepping, or jumping the gun, as I said frequently. And hopefully this is shorter. I'm trying to keep my videos shorter. I tend to ramble on. I do apologize, like now. And that's the end. I wish you all a very, very spoopy Halloween. Thank you for coming. Have a good night.